So who was Bud Bitzer? Bud Bitzer was just a kind, gentle, caring, well-loved individual. I got to know him when I talked to him about the things he was doing with the Bel Air 4th of July parades. I said, Bud, what's this all about? Why are you doing this? And he said, this is our way of reaching out to the community. We are the community. We are part of it, and they are part of us. And we should engage with them. We should become involved with them. We want them to know what we do, too. So this was an immediate, short-term outreach program of his. He had a longer goal for outreaching to the community, and that was the scholarship fund. But he knew that that kind of work was going to take some time and effort, organization, and it wouldn't come to pass quickly. And he wanted to take action now. And so he went off and he entered into the Bel Air 4th of July parade representing Nest Number 1 and the Raven fans. He took his own vehicle. He, with his lovely wife Carol and family, and those that wanted to help would create, decorate his truck. He had different themes. I remember one time he had a cannon. Later he took his carrier for his boat and he converted it into a float. So he was expanding from the truck to the float and the truck. That took a lot of work because he still used the carrier for the boat, so he had to disassemble it, then he had to assemble it for the parade itself. I thought that was a great idea. And so I approached him and I said, hey Bud, maybe we ought to do this too. Maybe we ought to get involved. Maybe we ought to tag team, join up. And so one year, what we did is we took the vehicle we had at that time. It was a van. We call it the fan van. It was decorated for Raven stuff. And we got in the parade. We didn't really connect with Bud. He was in another section of the parade because he had already been well established, and we were just newbies, and we just filtered in wherever they told us to be. But it was fun. It was great. People were excited. I could see that the connection that was occurring between the observers and the parade members, between the Raven fans and the Raven fans that were watching, who want to be maybe became Raven fans because of this. So that was there. This was sort of the old Baltimore theme. The players are the community, and the community are the players. And in this case here, it was the fans and the community coming together. So that was a really good experience that year. The next year, and talking to him and talking about getting prepared, he said he was already prepared for the 4th of July, but it was a little early. And I said, well, the 4th of July isn't here yet. He said, well, I'm going to the Darlington 4th of July parade, which has always preceded the Bel Air 4th of July parade. And I said, but Bud, there probably going to be 50 people and 5 chickens. He said, but a lot of those folks may not see a bigger parade. But all of those folks are community, and some of them are Raven fans, and some of them might become a Raven fan. We have to communicate. We have to reach. We have to interact with them, and this is the way he did it. And so, yeah, we joined him. We had at that time just switched over from the van to a bus, and we went up. Now, we got a little closer. We were still not together in that parade. We were in another section, but the sections were closer. But we got some time when we were preparing in the staging area. We got to talk with Bud and his family, and I could see the the community spirit that was growing there. We had a great time. We had a great time at that Darlington parade. After the parade, we stopped. We talked with people. They came over. They want to know what we did, and we got to know them as people. We got to know them as fans and their lives. It was great. He was right. That connection was starting to grow. So I talked to him again. Maybe we get a little closer in the next parade. We do something together. Well, as it be, that was at the time when he passed away. And so there was a big void there. We didn't know what to do. We didn't have our leader with us anymore, and so we had to step up. We had to step up to our game. And we thought at that time that this would be the perfect year to give a tribute to him for the work that he has done. And so, fortunately, Carol had not allowed the carrier and the boat to leave the property, although it was sold. So she was able to get the buyer to hold off until the after the 4th of July, and we took that carrier and we redid it. We redid it in fine style, red, white, and blue. We have members of our nest who were in the military, recognized on that float by name and by their presence and their service that they had given to us. But on the back of it, the nicest part of that float, on the back was a sign that had the Ravens logo. It said, "In loving memory of Bud Bitzer." When I disassembled that from the carrier, that one piece I kept and I put out in my shed where I go when I get my materials for game day, for other activities, work around the house. And I always can remind myself of Bud Bitzer and his ideals. And so after that, we had a little downtime for a little bit there, and but that started it off. We participated. We have participated in the 4th of July parade ever since that time. Ever since that time. So Bud's idea of community connection started there, and there's small steps. However, it has grown, and I hope wherever he is today, looking down upon us, he can see that his bigger idea, the community service that we will provide to high school students in Harford County, has grown to the point of 10 years of providing, beginning with just a very few, and now every school in the county, and over $100,000. Bud will be proud. He is proud of us, and we are proud of him. We can't let the Bud Bitzer concept of community interaction die. We cannot let that. And it is not. Because of him, we are going forward, and we will continue to do that. Bud Bitzer, honorary member of Nest One, honorary member of this society.